Special teams.
Special plays.
Is it special teams, special plays, special players? It's like, what is it?
Yeah.
I can't do that. My shoulder's going. Yeah. Okay.
Just gonna be all.
I can't breathe. I can't move.
Job
they give me 25.
Timmy.
How's it going, everyone? This is the very first roast podcast. My name is Jay Bowers. I'm here with two of my friends. If you guys want to introduce yourselves.
You got me, Miguel Ornelas. Probably the one that is going to say the most out-of-pocket shit. So if you are sensitive, don't watch this podcast because I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Fair enough.
Then you got me, the boy, Jacob. If you know, you know. The boys from high school and the little crew, Papa. So
Two-Ton Thunder, you know what I'm saying?
Looking forward to bring you guys some good laughs and some good content.
So a lot of people have been asking us a lot of questions for those who follow us on the Roast podcast. I, myself, and these two guys, what we did was we posted on all of our social medias, including the Roast pod, to pretty much get questions for us that we can answer today. This podcast will be, multiple things with those questions, serious questions and probably some out-of-pocket shit because I don't trust a lot of my friends that ask me questions for this podcast, if we're being honest. And we all kind of thought the same shit. So what I did was, first and foremost, I made these questions and I'm the only one that saw them. And we have these little cards right here, these little index cards right next to my laptop. So what we'll do is, just so we can all pick one, we'll draw a card, ask those questions, and go from there. But before we do that, kind of want to talk about a lot of our upbringings. I'll go first since I'm the one doing the intro right now. For those who listen to me outside of the podcast, I do music. I've done music for a while. But a lot of people don't really know a side of me outside of music, all the shit that I talk and the drunk stories that these two assholes will say. So they'll get a kick out of that shit. But also they get to see a more comfortable side of me with this podcast. And this was years in the making, for being honest.
It's probably the pandemic.
I know, we thought about it. It was mainly Jacob that said, we should do a podcast. And it was just mainly us three that were like, all right, let's do it. And we were just like years in the making of planning. And I'm a stickler for planning shit because I want to make sure this shit's executed properly, but at the same time, hit record, we're going off the rip. So do you guys want to talk about your guys' upbringings and what led you to the podcast, or you want to just move straight forward to questions just to get to know us?
So me, I'm fucking limited edition, fucking one of one child, single mom, divorced household. So I was mostly with my mom, grandparents, and then just fucking the way this podcast came up. During the pandemic, those 3 a.m., 4 a.m. nights on Call of Duty just going off. If you know, you know. Yeah. You know how those chats get. And and then, we all met each other at a company, Floor and Decor. Jimmy was the original one that was there. I got hired on later. And then Miguel transferred into our store from Orange County. And then, I don't know, just something clicked. Just fucking, the aura of everything just got into line and just fucking everything just kind of fell into place. Us talking about it, having the similar interests, and then even going with the similar interests, the different takes and different views on everything, it just all lined up perfectly to where I think we would be able to put out successful content and a great podcast for people to indulge in.
Now we're here.
Yeah. And like me, like Jacob said, met these guys, came over from Orange County, grew up in Orange County. As my brother said, we grew up in the hood of Orange County, deep into Santa Ana, causing trouble. So when I got to Moreno Valley, I met these guys. It was just instant shit talking to each other. No messing around.
Drunk COD.
Playing Call of Duty late at night. dealing with us being drunk and making kids cry on the other side of those microphones and hurting people's feelings, getting reported. But it's just something that just clicked right away, and we all agreed we should just make a podcast to let everybody know the stories.
And exactly, now here we are, and we're at the one of my good friends, Urgy. We're at his studio, Urg Studios in Corona, California. So I always gotta, if I were to pick any studio, the first thing I brought up was this studio, because this is the studio that is on the rise in the Inland Empire. If I'm being honest, not to blow smoke up anyone's ass, but without Urg Studios, there'd be no podcast. There'd be, no more, no serious version of my music. So, having this platform and this home, it's something that I can introduce these guys to. So
yeah, catch them on SoundCloud.
Fuck you. Back in pre-pandemic, and yeah, it's insane. Pre-pandemic and shit. Put a mask on.
Does anybody even use SoundCloud anymore?
No, Dick. I use Apple Music.
I wasn't saying you. I said, does anybody use SoundCloud anymore?
I mean, you still got some of the good bangers that didn't get released on platforms like Spotify and Apple Music. Like
that's true.
There's I mostly listen to rap, so I got like Dom Kennedy tracks that I have saved on my little playlist, Action Bronson tracks that are unreleased or snippets of tracks, stuff like that. I mean, in all reality, SoundCloud was a better version of LimeWire just because you got the snippets of unreleased music and people cleared them up. I mean, I know when I was in high school, going into college and stuff like that, Lil Uzi Vert, Playboi Carti, Yachty tracks, I mean, people would just get the little snippets from IG and fucking clear them up and then post them on there, get their views. I don't know if they got any monetary bonuses out of that, but
that's true. What year did you graduate?
16.
So you're 16, I'm 15.
I'm 15.
And he hasn't graduated because he's fucking retarded. He's 15. So, so we're all close with age, obviously. So we kind of, grew in the same company together, and then led to drunk Call of Duty, trips to Dukes and Riverside, and that'll be later on in the podcast. You guys will know more about us and with more episodes to come. So, yeah. So what we're going to do right now is we'll go in a circle. We'll start with you. And what we're going to do is all these questions were asked by people that know us. I know it's a lot of people that know us because, one, I fucking wrote all of them, and I had to look at all of them.
I'm scared.
And a lot of them, I'm prepared because most of them were for me, or I know it's for me. There's a couple of them that it's for everyone, but if it says something specific, it'll say, oh, for Jacob, for Miguel, for me. So you want to go ahead and go first? You want to dabble in that?
So, we kind of covered this already. What is our podcast about? And I kind of already know who wrote this one because it was my buddy Adrian that asked this question to me. Like we said before, it's just a collaborative thing to where, I mean, we're going to talk about everything from sports, social media, music, current events, stuff like that. Give you guys our hot take on everything, our views. We all have different views on different things. I don't agree with some of the things Miguel agrees with. Jimmy doesn't agree some of the things I agree with, and then so I mean that it's just gonna be a constant back and forth in what we feel, how we feel, and I mean if you guys don't like it, that's not my problem. You tuned in.
Y'all tuned in for this shit. So again,
like I said, if you're gonna be sensitive, just watch a different podcast, please. All this new people being sensitive nowadays.
You can be a content creator, make a TikTok dance or something.
Most of you are lucky you didn't grow up when we grew up because we'd bully the living hell out of you.
Yeah. All right, cool. This one's actually, pretty good that was asked. I forgot the name. I was just rushing to make sure these get done. Who do y'all think won the rap battle or rap beef between? There's two of them. So first one we'll say, which is, I think, a no-brainer, Chris Brown versus Quavo.
It's tough.
I think Chris Brown just fucking bodied Quavo.
I think that's tough, bro. Chris Brown pulled out the 50 Cent card and bought all the tickets to Quavo's show, and
that shit's fucking foul,
I don't know
if
if everybody's seen the little snippet, but there's probably no more than 100 people in
just
the little
crowded
pit.
Up in the front.
Yeah. And then empty in the back.
If he did the 50 Cent to Ja Rule card, and I mean,
that's
personally, I was never a big Chris Brown fan. Don't support women beaters, but I also was never a big Migos person either. He did go off on his own, and he does have a couple bangers on his own, but I don't know. In that situation, I guess lowest man wins. and I guess Chris Brown took that one.
I think that, you know, they both have bangers of their own, but Chris Brown kind of just went. I listened to Quavo's, but I don't remember much of Quavo's because there wasn't many bars to kind of dissect to be like, oh shit. It was mainly Chris Brown, so I was like, what the fuck did I just hear? So I was like, I kept listening to it over and over. It's actually really, it was a pretty good track, but again, like the meaning behind it was just fucking gut punches, bro. That shit was low blows.
I mean, I didn't listen to him, but honestly, Quavo, unfortunately, any of them, they're nothing without Migos.
That's true.
They're known Migos. Chris Brown has always been Chris Brown, and he can't compete with Chris Brown. Chris Brown has all this music just for himself, and all of Quavo's hits wasn't Quavo, it's Migos. So
that is true. I mean, the good thing about Migos, you know, when they were all together was they were all capable. They had their own, you know, style, but when they formed together, they were solid, and then they could do something to where it's like Quavo got his own track, Takeoff's got his own track, Offset's got his own track, and it all can you know, they have their own styles, so they can collaborate and do solo work. But with the way, you know, for just a beef with just Quavo, it's like, you know, I wasn't I mean, Quavo's a good artist, but at the same time, I wasn't really like 100% on it.
And I think to kind of collateral off that, who do you guys think's the better basketball player, Chris Brown or Quavo? Because I mean, I've seen clips of them both.
Chris Brown.
You
ain't seen him on the Crew League or whatever it is? Was it Crew League?
Was it Big Three?
Yeah,
Big Three.
Yeah.
Big Three.
I don't
Chris
know.
Brown.
I've seen both of them in the little NBA All-Star game. I mean, Quavo
Chris
gets
Brown
buckets.
can fucking ball,
yeah,
dude.
but the NBA All-Star, it's like a lot of them are just celebrities. So it's like a lot of those celebrities, it's just like the MLB All-Star celebrity game. A lot of them don't play the sport. And
Chris Brown looks like he does that shit religiously.
Yeah,
he's in the back, fucking doing all that. But next one is obviously one of the most talked about right now. Drake versus literally fucking J. Cole, Metro, Kendrick, and Rick Ross's back fat. Who else do you think?
I don't know. Right now, Kendrick's hot, bro.
I mean, yeah, they're both pretty solid. I listened to Kendrick's on the way here. They're both pretty good. It's hard right now.
I don't know. If I were to rank them, like Kendrick's disses towards Drake and stuff like that, I would put it up there. Euphoria.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Like That, the one he did with Metro and Future.
Yeah.
616 in LA. And
I didn't listen to that one.
And then he dropped another one last night or earlier after, like right after 616 in LA. It's Meet the Grams.
Meet the Grams.
And I don't know, bro.
Drake just did Push-Ups and Family Matters, right? Was it Family Matters, I think?
Push-Ups and Family Matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal with Rick Ross is, because Rick Ross just sounds like, with everything going on, Rick Ross is like the type of dude right now that's just watching Drake try to get jumped, and then Rick Ross just in there just fucking, yeah, fuck you, and just kick him in the curb. But he hasn't really done much.
I don't know. I think, I don't know. Kendrick's always been the top dog in rap. Drake's not a real rapper, in my opinion.
He's not. He needs to go back to Canada and continue his acting career in the wheelchair.
Degrassi.
In the wheelchair. Drake returns for like a Degrassi reunion or whatever, and then just pulls up.
And it's been so fucked, bro, because back in, I want to say 2014, 2015 times, there was like all these rumors about a Cole and Kendrick collab album.
Yeah.
The Black Friday tracks.
Because that was on
Yeah.
SoundCloud. That was popular.
Because I remember Kendrick went over
Tale of Two Cities
beat, and then I forgot the one J. Cole did over one of Kendrick's beats, but I mean, it was something that, you know, I was like, oh, bro, this thing drops, it's done.
Yeah.
It's done.
They were supposed to do a project, and I guess it just, you know, got put on the back burner. I hope they do another project, or I hope they do a project together. Why? Because Kendrick's verse, what they put on SoundCloud, like I said, for Tale of Two Cities, that one was fucking gnarly, dude. I think that was a really good.
And then I think J. Cole took the bigger man route and just because he admitted it at Dream Fest or Dreamville Fest.
Yeah,
admitting he's like, what I did was kind of fucking whack, like to go at Kendrick.
J. Cole just vibing right now.
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I like J. Cole's music, love Kendrick's music. Drake was cool up until maybe Views. After Views, I was just kind of like, yeah, your music's kind of whack.
Scorpion had a couple good tracks though.
I don't know. Once I got to Views, I was just kind of like, yeah, this is too industry sounding. He's just doing it for the views, and I don't know.
That's fair. That's so we'll say Kendrick kind of took the one for him versus Drake at the moment.
Kendrick's up right now.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
he's gonna be showing some
I
shit.
agree.
And then Chris Brown
Kendrick
just
is
fucking
up.
squad wiped and didn't say anything.
Kendrick's
Fucking
up.
wild. You want to go ahead and grab one for your fucking turn?
Oh, you're gonna have the dyslexic one to read?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Go ahead and sign it off for Mayweather. Let me know if you can read or not.
Oh God! If you can beef with any group, collective, or another podcast, who would it be?
You know exactly what the fuck I'm gonna say. You want to go first? Because I'll go after. Because mine was on social media.
I don't know. Maybe Duno. Duno. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Man titty fight.
Guy's
You
kind
see
of
that?
funny. It's kind of funny. He's another bigger Mexican dude in the game, putting out content, stuff like that. Has his little skits on TikTok. I don't know.
2 hot Cheeto puffs just duking it out. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Some dark hot Cheeto puffs, right
Dark
there.
hot Cheeto puffs, bro. Nah.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I would say that would be like a relatively level match right there.
If this gets the traction for a first episode and we're able to publish it correctly and everything, we should be fine. I want to see Duno reply, and I want to set up a boxing fight.
I mean, that would be.
I want to set up a boxing fight because I would cry laughing. I'd probably be drunk, but I would cry laughing. I'm not gonna front. That's gonna be funny as hell. For me, fucking world star. That's all I'm saying, bro. People that follow me on social media, they're gonna listen to this. There was one time recently where someone sent me a meme and I was like, I can't see it, and they're just like, what do you mean you can't fucking see it? Read it again. I was like, I can't see it. It literally says the person had this account was either private or blocked. So they sent me a screenshot and it was World Star, and I was like, oh, in that case, they fucking blocked me. I don't know how. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how.
It was just that one out of comment.
You must have hurt somebody's feelings out of World Star.
But fuck, man. I never said anything as far as I know. But I would.
But for everybody watching, free the homie Jimmy.
Free the homie, bro.
Free him.
I think that I would love to make shirts. I'll probably make a fake mugshot. Hat off, obviously. Fake mugshot.
The little Trump mugshot.
Little Trump mugshot. And then we'll put it on shirts, and this is free Jimmy. And then on the back, it'll say the roast on it. I would love that. So if you guys want to buy those, you let me know, because I will actually do that. I don't give a fuck. So fuck World Star right now until they unblock me. If you guys can unblock me, I can only view you guys on the Roast Pod on Instagram. But that's it. So what about you?
Me, honestly, it wouldn't really be a beef. It'd just be like a funny thing to do with the guys from These Fools. Just because those fools are always cracking jokes, making fun of each other. And I think it'd be like the same thing we're doing, and just having, even if it's like a collab or something in the future of all of us just roasting each other in one podcast and just flaming each other and messing around.
I'd be busting up.
That would be,
That'd be hot.
It wouldn't really be a beef, I'd say, but
I think that would be
it'd
just
like
funny as fuck.
It'd just be funny, and then they're
Just a
from all
back and
over the
forth
place.
just the jabs, bro.
And they are a lot more, but we could bring more people on.
We know people.
We know people.
It'll be fun. So yeah, fair enough. Want to go ahead?
If you can tailgate with any celebrity, streamer, or influencer, who would you pick and why? You already know where I'm gonna go with that one.
I think I know. You want to say it?
I'm gonna go with Shane Gillis, bro.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Shane Gillis. If you guys don't know, the funniest fucking comedian right now. The shit that he says, his stories. If you don't know, TikTok him, YouTube him. He has a special on Netflix. The fucking funniest comedian right now. I'm talking about top 5 up there with Bert Kreischer,
Tom Segura.
Tom Segura.
Tom Segura is fucking funny.
I mean, if he's top 5, and he might even be in the top 3.
That's fair.
And I mean, that dude, and especially because he's such a big sports fan. And then the one team me and him have in common, Philadelphia Eagles. Best team in the NFC. Best team in Philadelphia, or best team in Pennsylvania too. I mean, it's kind of hard not to go there. He's a big college football dude. Big college football dude. I think all of us here are big college football fans as well. He's a Phillies fan. I'm a Dodgers fan, so there is that old rivalry from the mid 2010s of fucking Ryan Howard and Jimmy Rollins taking out the Dodgers and Kershaw every year in the fucking playoffs. Kind of hurt. But no, yeah, I would go with Shane Gillis.
You're going to know what I'm going to say, because I thought you were going to say the person I was going to say. I would say it'd be Sketch.
Oh,
because he doesn't have to be drunk. He could be sober as hell, and that motherfucker would make me laugh. Like straight up, bro. I think Sketch is by far one of the most poppin' people right now.
Right now, yeah. And in terms of content, and
he's fucking hilarious. I think.
I mean, he is the most popular streamer right now. So.
He is like
brother.
Special teams, special players, brother. Fucking. I was talking about this before we hit record, but a little side note on that. But Miguel sent a fucking meme. Was it this morning?
Yeah, this morning.
This fucking guy films a chick and goes, "What's up, brother?" And she fucking just deep throated his finger. It was like, what the fuck would she know?
And we all know that would have happened to Javi at Duke's.
Oh yeah.
If he wouldn't be a little scared, just
Javi
sitting
wasn't
there.
scared of women.
Yeah, you guys will be able to meet some of our friends in due time once we get those motherfuckers on board. Because they're just like us, probably a little bit more brutal sometimes, but they talk shit just as much as us, so that's fair enough. Yeah, for me, Sketch, for sure.
For me, honestly, I think it would be Theo Vaughn.
Theo Vaughn is...
Because
that's
just saying, the out-of-pocket stuff he says, sometimes I'm like, that's something I'd say, and I'm not from down south. I'm obviously from the West Coast, but I say some things that probably I'll blend in over
likeness.
there. Theo Vaughn, one thing I didn't know was he's Nicaraguan.
Blend in there.
He's what?
He's Nicaraguan. That shit's crazy. Because I'm Nicaraguan, so that's crazy.
So, yeah. So if you're watching this, or if someone sends them this, just know.
What is it? The Scotch? That motherfucker's funny. Let me see if I can find that video real quick. If it'll play. But fucking Theo Vaughn's pretty fucking hilarious. I'm being honest with you. Let's see if it'll play on.
I could already imagine being at a tailgate being.
We should go on a double date sometime.
Definitely.
We'll get 2 ladies and take them somewhere fun.
Alright.
Maybe I'm thinking like, have you ever been to a water park before?
I have.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Maybe we could do a water park or go-karts. Do you like?
Yeah.
That would be fun.
I love bumping other people.
Oh, on the go-karts?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. What else could we do on our double date, you think? Where could we go to eat?
I think we should go to a fancy restaurant. It'd be romantic.
Yes. Get some candlelight?
Yeah. Candles everywhere.
Yeah. Maybe a couple roses on the table for the ladies?
Yeah.
A little bit of champagne?
The champagne.
Yeah.
The scotch.
Yeah, a little scotch. Damn, okay. Dang, bro. If I have too much scotch,
So
I'll have Down syndrome, bro.
Have you guys seen when he interviews Sketch?
No.
Yeah, he did one with Sketch.
Oh, I want to see that real quick.
I watched that.
Oh, it's right there. Is it going to play it real quick? Let me see if it plays real quick. Oh, it's like an hour, so I want to see if I can find a file.
I think that's his whole podcast, but there's like clips of it. It's
I don't know,
hilarious.
but not to be that guy, but have you guys ever seen The Ringer with Johnny Knoxville?
You know what's funny is that guy is just living his best life, which is pretty cool. But then Theo Vaughn, it's like that shit that Theo Vaughn says is just, how do you get away with that? But he's fucking dope. I think Theo Vaughn is possibly, in my opinion, top 5 comedians. Because I know you talked about like top 5. I think he's up there. I think
he's hot right now.
Because you got, I don't know who the 5th one is, but you got, I don't know, not in this exact order, but Tom Segura, Bert Kreischer, Shane Gillis, Theo Vaughn, and then there's probably one more.
Yeah, and it's crazy to see the shift in comedians. I remember like in middle school, high school, the big names were like Fluffy,
George Lopez,
Carlos Mencia. I remember the Carlos Mencia show on Comedy Central. And then bro went MIA. And
Joe Coy's pretty funny. I don't know if you guys watched him.
Yeah, he's okay. They played him in the
Forum.
No, what was the award show that they had him host and fucking, I don't know, I think it was actors. They were just kind of fucking.
I mean, when they have comedians like, I feel like do award shows, it's kind of like hard because the actors are just like,
just like fuck it. That's
I wouldn't really like for all those award things.
That's not their realm.
No,
they don't have that sense of humor. Certain actors do. Majority don't.
Like then when they have like comedians do like sport awards, you see everybody like cracking up, laughing when they're flaming this athlete and then this athlete. Like when they flamed LeBron James' hairline.
I can't say anything about hairlines yet. Can't say anything about hairlines until I start to go fund me.
Mr. Clean.
Fuck you. Will there be a petition to have World Star officially unblog Jay on Instagram? Yes,
Yes.
I will fucking post it.
Yes.
And
I
it's
will
called-
legit make one.
And it's everybody just post, tag them, and hashtag free Jimmy. Free
Swear to
Jay
God.
Bowers. Just do it.
It could be free Jimmy, free Jay. It doesn't matter. But you're going to tag World Star in that shit. I swear to God. I will start probably this weekend or in the beginning of the week. I will start a fucking petition. What is those, like those little forms or some shit? And it's like, oh, I need X amount of signatures. I swear to God, that's the goal. Because I don't know what I did. But take me out of timeout. I didn't do a lot of evil shit. I'm super... Like, I could be out of pocket, just not like that much to get blocked by World Star of all people. Or of all accounts, I guess you could say.
3-finger prostate exam by 2 male doctors, or let a big hungry girl eat your butt like groceries.
I'm calling Lizzo. Call Lizzo. I'm sorry. I don't want no fingers near my ass. Lizzo's going to have to eat my shit like a Big Mac. I swear to God. I'm sorry.
That's tough. Yeah.
How are you hesitating on that?
That's-
Can I just like pick up a gun or something and just like,
You know what? Give me a.
No, motherfucker.
because I don't want neither.
Yeah.
I don't want nowhere.
But that's not in the clouds right there, bro.
So
You
this
gotta-
one I know it was one of my best friends, Byron. That asshole made that question. I know that because he sent it to me last minute yesterday. And I said, who the fuck sends me that? But he sent it and I was like,
I wonder
all right.
why he sent it to you. That's
It
my
wasn't
question.
to
Why,
me.
why did he send it to
fascination
you?
that he has.
I don't know,
maybe.
but
He
if
likes
you're,
the tortas.
Byron, if you're listening to this, you know, it's up to you, bro.
I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go with you on that one. Give me what's the chick from what was it? Fat Amy. Give me Fat Amy from Pitch Perfect, or give me the early fucking Adele. Give me someone good looking at least.
Yeah,
I mean,
it would have to be someone. But
I don't give a fuck. Just give me Lizzo. Just Big Mac.
she might go further, bro. She might.
Nah,
she,
I don't know, man.
she
As long as there's no
ain't-
fingers in
she
my
ain't
ass.
staying at the rim, bro.
I'm
She-
sorry. If there's fingers near my ass, you're getting donkey kicked. That's it. That's all
She
I'm
might go
saying.
looking for the Hershey's
That's fucking gross, bro.
or the fucking almond joy.
Little fucking Reese's Pieces. You feel me? Fuck that. You said you don't have a fucking answer. Can I just fucking?
So someone asked this question and it's directly aimed at Miguel. It says, for
God.
Miguel, 50 dicks on a wall, how many you choking on?
same thing. Can I get it just like?
No, bro, you gotta answer. You can't do that 2 times in a row.
You can't do that too. That's a double whammy. You already did. You might
You
as well
can't
answer.
pass
it.
that many times. 50 dicks on a wall, how many you choking on?
None.
Oh, none. Let's talk.
Let's talk. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You ain't ready for that action or what? First of all, you don't want no fingers in your ass. That's valid. But you don't want to. Whatever. You don't want the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. You don't want to join that.
Joey Chestnut.
I mean, Tino tested it at Dodger Stadium. I mean,
Oh, the
he
picture.
swallowed-
Oh,
he swallowed
side
that hot
side
dog
note.
straight down.
Side note on that. I took a picture of
And he
him.
stole Jimmy's girl too.
I don't even know who she was. He was talking
Apparently
about
some anime chick.
I don't fuck with anime. But I won't forget the time. I don't know if you were with us, but we went to that bar. It was Cal State Dominguez Hills night or a day, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, he was there. He
Yeah,
was,
that's
he
what
was
I
at
was
the-
there.
He
Oh,
didn't
you
go.
were with-
He didn't go to the bar though.
No, I'm talking about with the bar. Come on, at the bar.
Yeah, he didn't
Oh,
go.
no,
To,
at
he
the
didn't go
bar.
to the shortstop
I
with
took
us.
the picture that it was called the shortstop. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
shortstop.
I took a picture of Tino mid like fucking throat on the fucking glizzy, and I airdropped it to anyone. So I see a lot of people. I'm just enjoying it, and I'm just like kicking it, and I'm just like, Guillermo, you want to see something? He goes, yeah, and I was like, I just see all of these names: iPhone 42, iPhone 4, like iPhone whatever.
My
Boom, 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 boom,
iPhone.
boom, 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 boom. Start sending it, and you see someone go, "What the fuck?" And there's, "What the fuck is that?" And it's just Tino just.
and you hear the bartender off to the side. Hey, that's kind of hot. And, I was just like,
And
"Whoa."
Tino goes, "What's so funny, dude?" And he's just fucking drinking. What's funny? And I'm crying. And then they look at Tino and they go, and I'm just. Tino goes, "Bro, what the fuck, bro?" I was like, "That's what happens when you got an iPhone. You just airdrop it to anybody." So this one's directed towards me, which is funny that I fucking picked it. This is from my friend Amber. Go fuck yourself. It says, for Jimmy, you get an opportunity to get your bald-headed ass hair again, but you've got to wrestle someone in your weight class and win. Who you fighting? Fuck.
There's someone in
Derek
your weight
Lewis.
class.
Hey, no, not Derek Lewis.
Black Beast.
No, I'm what the fucking. First of all, he didn't specify if they have experience or not. So I'd say
The barber that's putting hair on you, or the wrestler?
Somebody. The question was not specified on somebody with fighting experience. I don't fucking know. I can't get it back, bro. It's gone.
Never say never.
Gone unless I gotta go fund me. It's gone. Go fund me.
Like I told you, we could have my barber put all the hair together and we can make something work.
And then what? We go to fucking Disneyland and the fucking win on the roller coaster. The fucking mid fucking picture is like I don't want that shit.
Space Mountain.
The David Spade from Grown Ups one, just at the funeral, just
no. It was Rob Schneider.
Oh, Rob Schneider. There you go.
He's making out with his fucking wife. It's the whole fucking. So first of all, I don't know who the fuck I would fight. I just want to go fund me and get a hair transplant. That's the goal. That's the goal now.
You're stuck on an island like the Castaway movie with Tom Hanks. What 3 items do you choose to have with you?
First of all, you won't see me on a fucking island with Tom Hanks. I don't think
it's like
the movie with Tom Hanks.
Yeah, fuck it's
Tom Hanks isn't on the island unless it's Epstein Island.
Yeah,
I mean
that's exactly what.
There's a lot of celebrities that were on that island.
I'm not going on that island. First of all, if Tom Hanks was there,
damn well know you're allowed to go to the Epstein Island.
That's fucking foul. First of all, that's fucking foul. I will not go on an island with him. You got me fucked up. If I'm by myself, food. The fuck? I'm taking food and.
How are you gonna keep the food cold?
Actually, you know what? That's fair. Go fuck yourself. First of all, I'll probably get lighter fluid, lighter, and
lighter
then
fluid's gonna run out. How are you gonna keep?
Fuck.
Yeah, jackass.
Well, might as well get a gun. Just fucking.
You're gonna run out of bullets. You gotta clean the gun.
You just need one. Why does this have to be technical?
I'd
stretch first.
Look. I'd honestly take like a blade, like pocket knife, whatever, a hook, and then I don't know, probably like some rope or something.
You had me.
No, yeah, I'd get some kind of.
I would do the same probably. Pocket knife.
Yeah,
because if you think about if you
take bar, nice little K bar out there.
If you take a hook, you could use it for a lot of things. You're an island.
That's fair.
Fish.
If you need to, like, if you get cut, use yourself to make your own stitches. I don't
make
know.
like a tourniquet or something with the rope.
I'd do some kind of something that I can use as a spear, whether it's a sharp. Well, I guess you could use a K bar knife to fucking sharpen a long piece of wood to use some kind of spear. A blanket. Fair. It's eventually gonna get cold out there. You gotta have a blanket. And then you're gonna get lonely out there, bro. You gotta have that little Violet Myers Fifi out there. You gotta have that little Violet. You're gonna get lonely out there, bro. Ain't nobody else.
You're gonna bring a fleshlight with you.
Who else is gonna be out there? What else am I gonna clap?
Yeah, you're fucking.
Manuela gets tired.
And someone tagged Violet Myers since she loves chubby guys. Jacob single. Violet Myers. Jacob single.
That'll be discussed episode 2 for sure. We're gonna make this guy do
there's a follow-up
dating.
question. It says, what ball would you use to make a friend like Wilson?
What ball?
Oh, because he uses like a coconut. No,
it's a volleyball.
Oh, it's a volleyball.
Same. I don't know.
I would take a football. That's all he knows.
Yeah, he would. And he's big. Oh, Jason Kelsey. Oh, oh, Eagles.
Sickening.
Don't lie, because you already thought of it.
Nah, I would just do the volleyball. I mean, it's big enough to hold, grip it perfectly, make the hole big enough, stick the Fifi in there, and then just.
This motherfucker's dedicated to bringing that fleshlight. He goes, I'm packing that shit first.
It's a must.
It's a must. It's a fucking COVID essential. Go fuck yourself. Go ahead. You fucking. Well, yeah, you already answered your question. Go ahead.
Pro wrestling question. What new or previous prospect would you like to see in WWE?
Do you guys keep up with all that?
I don't. I just keep up with what's currently going on. I don't care about the prospect.
But it does say.
Like you still watch
or
it now.
Previous.
Just
yeah, like the clips and stuff.
I mean,
I like that.
How far back could we go for previous?
You can go like a lot. You can go way back.
We're going to go a lot. I'm going to say the Dudley Boys, bro. That was the shit. The Dudley Boys or the Hardy Boys. It's tough, but I mean.
Of course you like the ones that all got DUIs.
Those guys fucking made ECW and Monday Night Raw just go overboard.
I think that I think that a lot of people are gonna give me shit for it, but I don't give a fuck. I think Logan Paul deserves his fucking flowers. I used to not be a fan of him, but then I watched him. Fucking solid. I think he deserves his flowers. When I went to WrestleMania in
LA?
SoFi, yeah, dude. Oh my god, I got to see that like in person, and that shit was great.
Was that the one when him and Ricochet jumped?
No, that
from
was Royal
end to
Rumble.
end?
That was Royal Rumble. But I'm not gonna lie, from him trying to do the whole boxing thing, that wasn't for him. It wasn't. And he's an entertainer, even with his YouTube and all his podcasts and all that. He's an entertainer,
and he gained more fans this way.
Him going to WWE, I gotta give it to him. He could perform, and
he's like the US champ now, right?
Yeah, and all the shit he talks, it just like brings it back to the old days.
Yeah, and I think it's even better now that it's not
PG.
Well, with that
killed
Netflix deal in Raw in 2025, that shit's gonna be crazy. But Logan Paul deserves his flowers. I used to not be a fan, just because of like all this. I used to believe a lot
Being a
of this
Disney
shit,
kid?
like all that shit, man.
He's a Disney boy.
Yeah, but once I saw like how he was, the boxing thing, I was like, why would you do that? I'm not.
I mean, I'm like nothing against Logan Paul and his boxing, but honestly, his brother's way better at boxing than he was.
Oh yeah, I
Way
used
better,
to,
and he's more dedicated than Logan was. Logan was just doing it for the
Clout.
fame, and even though his brother hasn't fought, like he's had plenty fights, but I still say he hasn't fought an actual boxer.
and part of me doesn't want to be a fan of Jake Paul just because of the Paul brothers, whatever. But Jake Paul's pretty solid at boxing, bro.
I think if he'd actually start boxing actual boxers and WBC and all that, that'll show if he's a true boxer or not.
Oh, yeah,
He's got not saying that he's not making money with all these like boxing fights, like the one coming up with Mike Tyson.
He's breaking his
But-
bread.
Tangent off that, who would win in a fight? Logan or which one's the one? Jake Paul, right? Jake Paul's
Jake
the one.
Paul.
Jake Paul or Ryan Garcia?
Jake Paul.
Yeah, I think Jake Paul claps
would.
him.
Well, I don't know if you guys heard apparently
Yeah, the
Pitbull,
fucking cheater.
Pitbull's supposed to fight him, Ryan Garcia.
Oh yeah, and Pitbull's gonna fucking clap him in 8 rounds.
That's gonna be crazy. I don't know, but yeah, going off on that whole pro wrestling question. Yeah, Logan Paul deserves his flowers. I think that he at first everyone was like, "What the fuck is this guy doing here?" No one likes him. He showed out at WrestleMania, dude. Everyone loved him. Then the next WrestleMania, everyone loved him even more. And then this past WrestleMania in Philly, they loved him because this guy's like he can hang. And not only that, but he gained the respect of wrestling. I think pro wrestling, like, there's a specific aura that they have and a specific set of rules behind closed doors or behind the curtain. And I think that Logan Paul gets that valid respect from them. So that's how you know, and it's not fucking soft. It's hard. Like, I've seen how the mat gets built. Like, I think I watched like a YouTube video like how I built WrestleMania or one of the matches or one of the arenas. Bro, that's just fucking wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a thick piece of plywood.
Man, like, got me
With just
fucking-
bungees underneath
Yeah.
it just
And
to
that's
give
it.
it that, like, and that's it.
That's it. But there's
And
no
even
fucking
the padding they put outside, it's concrete. It's a freaking thin. It's
Yeah.
thinner than the actual school wrestling mats.
So I would say Logan Paul for sure. Oh, there's another pro wrestling question. So, and I already have the answer for that. Dead or alive, what match would you have liked to see or would like to see? Better yet, let's say a dream match, regardless of who it is. I'll go first. I probably would say Eddie Guerrero, if he was still alive, versus Dominic Mysterio. I would have loved to see that because
Supposed daddy versus a strange kid.
versus a kid, yeah. So I think that if Eddie Guerrero was still alive,
That'd make a lot of fame though.
that
They
would.
could have built it like why, like in a sense, like why you leave me after that whole.
Yeah, and like if Eddie Guerrero was still alive and they still continued with all of the storylines, and because I watched that match too. Dominic Mysterio's like he's good. He deserves his flowers too. I watched that match with Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania as well, and that was a really good match. Like really good storytelling. I think that if Eddie Guerrero was still around, I think that having a storyline with Dominic Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero would fucking be solid because it's like, okay, you just lost to your dad. You're still talking shit, but here comes the, quote unquote, supposed or potential dad that kept blabbering about being your father, and now he's gonna kick the shit out of you. So, and Eddie Guerrero is like a legend in himself, everything that he's done. But I would say that's the best match I could think of: Eddie Guerrero versus Dom.
the match I would like to see, because like obviously my dad grew up during that time and he got to witness it, would probably have, and he said it was like a really good match with him being as a kid watching, was probably like Ultimate Warrior versus Hollywood Hogan.
Ooh, Hollywood Hogan, like NWO Hogan, or like old Hogan?
Old Hogan.
Oh,
like
okay.
that match. I would
Red and yellow Hogan.
Red and yellow. Brother,
I would have
what you
loved
wanna do, brother?
to seen that match. Like, yeah, I could YouTube it and watch it, but like my dad said, he saw it on TV, like he witnessed it. It's a whole different. And Ultimate Warrior, I'm not gonna lie, he was probably a GOAT.
Oh yeah,
in his time.
I think so too. I think seeing that live would have been insane. I think seeing Hogan and Andre would have been insane, like in person. Seeing Andre's big ass, I would have fucking loved it. What about you?
I think, hot take, Chris Benoit versus the Bloodline, because we all know Chris Benoit can take on an entire bloodline.
Oh. He took out his.
I don't know if that's a
Bro
fucking
wipes
bit.
out generations.
Bro. I shouldn't be laughing about that, but that was actually a pretty good one because I legit expected like a legitimate hot take, but then you just said Benoit and I lost it. But that's just what.
All right, this next question is for Jacob. Says, do fat bitches give good head? I've heard you're an expert. Love, my best friend, Frank.
Frank's fucking
And I've heard this story, and it's a hilarious story that I can't get over.
Fuck, you do something one time and you never escape it.
You can't escape what you do. It's stuck with you. If you fuck up, it's there.
Yeah, I mean the drunk Call of Duty for me, that's still brought up. Do you want to answer that, expert?
Not an expert, but
Specialist.
from what I could remember, because I was pretty toasted.
Prestige 1.
Prestige. Fuck that Prestige 10. Prestige 10. Modern Warfare 2. Prestige 10.
Masterclass.
Everything's gold. Even the flashlight. It's gold.
It's Obsidian.
It's Obsidian
It's
now.
Obsidian now.
Before I used to be Platinum, now it's Obsidian.
But I mean, it was good. Would I do it again? Probably not. You guys know my preference, fidget spinners. So, but from what I remember, it was okay. Fuck you, Frank. Thanks for reopening up that wound. I thought I was getting over it already.
Oh, that wound never left.
Yeah.
That wound never left in the first place.
At least you don't really remember it. That's all I can
That's
say.
the good thing. I don't
Still a
really
beautiful
remember
thing.
it.
Still a beautiful thing.
All right. Next question is favorite sports teams.
I mean, you kind of said yours.
Philly
The
Philly
Seamen, or the Eagles.
Dodgers, UCLA Bruins. I'm not a big basketball person, but I think if I'm gonna go basketball, NBA right now, I'm gonna go Miami Heat.
Really?
Jaime Jaquez Jr., bro, put it on for the Mexicans in the league. Triple J, bro.
That's fair.
He's that guy. He's him.
I would say, for sure, Steelers. They haven't had a good season.
Buns.
Since they lost to the Packers.
Well, fuck yourself. All
Hot
right.
garbage.
Steelers for baseball. Los Doyers for sure. If not, I'm a any team in California. So I would say mainly in LA. So I would probably say Dodgers or Angels for sure. NBA. I don't really watch it either. I think I'm like shit at understanding.
Like,
the
I can
stats.
keep up, especially like right now, it being the playoffs and stuff. Like, OKC's hot, bro. Oh, SGA tearing it up for them, bro. I think that team's better than the team that had Westbrook, Durant, and Harden on it, and they're gonna go further, and they might even take it all. But I'd go Heat just because Jaime Jaquez Jr. There only being a few Latin players in the team or in the league, and one that's not from Spain. Spain basketball players. You got the Gasol brothers and all them. And then you got people from Argentina. You had Manu Ginobili and stuff like that. You got Ricky Rubio. Forgot what country he plays for, but Jaime Jaquez Jr. being of Mexican descent from LA, putting on for Mexicans in the league, and then being in Miami, bro, just such a hot place to play basketball. And
That's true.
you got a couple legends there. You got D Wade. You got Heat Shaq. Wasn't all that. It wasn't compared to LA Shaq, but Heat Shaq was pretty dope. Beats Boston Shaq.
That's true. That's true. I got to give credit on that. And I don't know if you brought up hockey team. I don't think I've heard that.
Yeah, hockey, I think it just by default. I've been trying to get into it. I've watched a few games. I know they're in the playoffs right now.
Ontario, semi-pro team,
Reign.
Ontario Reign. You got to go with me to a game. It's been a while, dude.
That's the Kings, right? The Kings, like
Yeah.
minor
Yeah.
league team. Yeah, I
Ontario
would just say
Reign.
by default, Kings, LA team.
I would, yeah, for sure. I think the same thing for me with baseball. I mean, I'm more of a Dodgers fan than an Angels fan, but I'll go to either or, just because fuck it, why not? It's pretty cool to be there. But yeah, basketball I don't keep up much. But if I had to choose, Lakers, just LA team. That's pretty much it. Now I know you got the fucking whack ass Packers, but go ahead with the rest of them.
Yeah, so me, obviously, the Packers. They're probably going to be really decent this year. Nobody
I like
thought
that you
they
use
were
decent.
Hey, nobody thought they were going to make the playoffs last year. And they made a lot of teams look like shit being the youngest team to make the playoffs.
That's fair. Fuck the Packers, but
Could be
And-
worse. You could have choked like Detroit against San Francisco.
that one,
And then college basketball,
Yeah, they try harder. I think any college sport,
But-
they try harder.
I can't. And if you asked me what college basketball team, I'd go with North Carolina Tar Heels. And
No
the-
bunny heaven.
And then and
let a
then
white chocolate. You know what I'm
college
saying?
football. I mean, Jacob hates it because I'm an Ohio State fan.
You're an Ohio State fan?
Yeah.
I never even said my college team. My team's Oregon, but
Yeah, lots of uniforms.
Lots
Shitty
of-
record.
they
No
haven't
national
been as
champs.
good as they used to be.
No national champs. One Heisman winner.
Can't really say anything bad, but
Hey,
But I mean,
Marcus Mariota
shout out to
was
my
dope.
shout out to my boy Troy Dye. He's with the Chargers now, but I grew up with him, and he played with Oregon. So I was an Oregon fan before. I watched them beat the shit out of UCLA. So
This coming up season is gonna be
Yeah.
dope for college football because like
The
Pac-12, the realignment.
oh yeah,
Pac-12,
I don't think-
UCLA is not gonna be playing Ohio State more often.
They are going to be playing, yeah. I think it just brings a different physicality to college football.
It just makes it more competitive. I see. That's
and
how
I think
feel
eventually,
it makes
like those teams that aren't part of a conference, like Notre Dame and stuff like that, they're going to see how competitive it is, and they're just going to end up falling
Yeah.
in line with either the Big 10, the Big 12.
And I like how they're
SEC,
going to be doing the playoffs now.
12 teams.
Makes it more competitive.
Yeah.
that's fair. I'm also a college wrestling person, but that's because I know people that are in D1. So and that shit, I recommend it if you watch. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys watch UFC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of collegiate athletes from D1 wrestling, like Bo Nickel, fucking menace to society. He's great, 3-time NCAA champion. I highly recommend.
Did he get folded this year?
No,
Oh,
he's undefeated.
I think that's, what's his name, Green?
someone got folded this year that was like undefeated.
Ooh,
I don't know. I saw it all over ESPN,
I don't know,
but
but
I don't really follow it. I just saw it because it's like a
I'm
big
too
deal.
cheap to buy it. I watch it on TikTok.
okay, I'm gonna look at my TikTok hashtags and go from there. Fucking hell. Well, it's a good thing you brought it up before we recorded. For Jimmy, what Star Wars character do you look like, and why is it Jabba the Hutt?
I feel like you deliberately asked that question.
I mean, it's not as bad as a. All right, the owner has a Chihuahua, little Chihuahua. She's this big. Fucking has rolls for days, dude. She looks like I gave her the nickname at the office, Lily the Hutt. I cropped her picture, put it in front of Jabba the Hutt, and made her Lily the Hutt. Put it in the front door of the door to our office. It's
Nah.
just, I mean,
My homie Amber is the one that did that one because he gave me like 4 or 5 questions. So again, fuck you, Amber. I don't look like Jabba the Hutt. So
you're getting there.
I was getting there.
No, you're still getting there. Start
He's a
hitting the
little
gym
slimmer.
more.
He's slimmer.
I'm slimmer,
He's slimmer.
bitch. Just get all mad. Fuck you. First of all, hope you tear an
Yeah, hit a
ACL,
chord
brother.
right there.
Again?
Again. Go ahead, asshole. And I don't look like Jabba the Hutt.
Would you rather suck one dick 10 times or 10 dicks one time?
Why you look at me?
I don't know. I don't even know what to think about that.
Who gave these questions?
Don't ask.
There's a lot of
bro.
sus people.
There's
out
a lot
there
of
that are
male.
guys that infatuated with the male genitalia.
Just saying, if you're really infatuated with this stuff, it's 2024. Just come out of the closet. We've been trying to
I
get a
know a
lot of
guy
people out of the
that
closet.
would be willing to
Yeah.
fulfill your fantasies.
We
We all know a guy.
Who?
You know, Dukes.
Yeah, Dukes.
10 dicks. Next question.
We kind of already covered this one. How did we meet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Floor and Decor.
Worked in the same company.
Hellhole of a company.
Stayed together. Ride together. Die together.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Fat boys for life. Am I right?
Yeah.
Can't say that.
Bitch, you eat more than me. You just burn it off. I don't.
That's not my fault.
We're slow burners.
Slow burners.
Slow burners.
And slow
I
walkers.
lost 50 pounds. Okay. I'm trying to lose more. Trying. Don't look at me like that. I'm trying.
We got a lot.
I mean,
We got a good amount.
you're gonna get there in like 2027.
Fuck you.
This one kind of falls in same thing. How and when did this podcast become official? Talked about it during the pandemic and
Came out of the
everything.
group chat finally.
Yeah, it's like it's one
finally
of those
made it
things
out
where
the
you
slumps.
plan something in the group chat and you're just waiting for it to come to fruition, and finally we made a move on it. I mean, we really got serious about it at the beginning of the year because we had just been talking about it, and finally said, "Fuck it, we're all in. Put all the chips in."
Fair.
Damn, how many more questions we got?
I mean, they're pretty easy questions, but got a pretty good handful, if I'm being honest. Will you have guests on your podcast? Yeah, we
That's
will.
the plan.
That's the plan. I think right now, I was actually thinking about it on the way here. I think right now, having a lot of our close friends join the podcast for some episodes. We don't have any lined up for the first 5 episodes, as far as I know, just so people can kind of get to know how we are. And then probably after that, then yeah. But
And even then too, just, you know, any personalities, you know, influencers, stuff like that. You know, that's the goal. Is if you're able to get a hold of your homie Troy, you know,
I would
get
love
his
to.
take, you know.
yeah, just have them on board.
You know, tell him how bad I felt when, you know, his team squashed UCLA
Oh, I loved
3
it.
years in a row. You know, express my
My dad hates
fucking
it. My dad hates it, but
frustration.
loves it because my friend Troy played. But he's a UCLA fan, so
Yeah, the frustration I had.
yeah, he's doing pretty well. You know, it's crazy. It's still crazy knowing that he plays for an NFL team because I've known him since 2005. So seeing that, it's like insane.
I don't know anybody that made it to the NFL. There was a guy that went to my high school that ended up transferring to Norco. That probably didn't Troy go to Norco? So I think he played with Troy. And
What's his name?
his name was Cam Sutton. He
Sounds
was a
familiar.
receiver. He
Sounds
was
familiar.
he was a receiver, yeah. And he went from my school to Norco, and then I forgot what college he first went to, but he finished out at Fresno State as a Bulldog and stuff like that. And I think right now, I don't know if it's the USFL, the XFL, one of those.
There's so many new
Yeah,
football leagues.
it's one of the. He's in one of those teams. I was never really close to him, but I remember him from like my freshman and sophomore year. But I mean, the more people we can bring on,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, and
that's
I
the
feel
goal.
like that's the goal, is just for us to grow and then be able to get
Eventually.
a lot more people here, more athletes.
I need Hobby.
comedians, anybody.
I just need Hobby on the pod.
One time,
Hobby would sit there just in the corner like
Oh,
a little
no.
kid, not just like,
No,
"Why
but he's
bully
got to
me?"
tell some stories that he knows I'm gonna fucking ask him about.
you guys asked me about Fat Girl Head. You should ask Hobby about Fat Girl Head.
That was actually Frank, and that was just a card we read.
Yeah. Worst haircuts.
Self-explanatory. Yep.
Do I need to talk about it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like just for good luck.
Worst
There you
haircuts.
go.
That or
If I shave this though, immediate registered sex offender without any cause.
the
That's why I can't
mohawk.
shave.
I remember my buddy Jesse had a mohawk in like
Hey.
7th grade, and it was
I
just,
had a mohawk.
That
too,
makes sense.
so
That makes
I
sense.
even had my hair bleached at one point.
I guess
so-
it's just all
You had it
fads.
bleached?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had the some
Yeah,
shitty
remember
haircut.
even when I went to Moreno Valley, I had
You
bleached hair.
did.
He did. It was barely like he was getting rid of it. But
Yeah, I was getting rid of it, but
like a Backstreet
in,
Boy reject.
in high school, I had it bleached too. I had my whole mohawk bleached.
I actually had hair. You know, just a heads up, I did have a faux hawk. Wasn't the best, but
It was just the front, whatever was left.
I used to.
it was
I
a
didn't
little
lose-
Homer
I didn't-
Simpson 3 hairs.
I didn't
just
lose
slick it
hair up
back.
until like 1920. Well,
1920.
around 9.
That's crazy.
No, age 1920.
Oh.
Not the year. I was around 19 or 20 years old, and I like started noticing like the patch, and I just saw it get bigger, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just shave it."
Got that low T.
Well, at least you.
I used to have like, being Hispanic and Puerto Rican, I used to have like curly hair at the ends. It wasn't super curly.
You had
but-
the Alex hair. Now you got the Alex hair for sure.
Jimmy, help me! Jimmy, help me! Yeah, no, fuck that. I knew I was gonna go worst haircuts. I had to prepare for that one.
Will there ever be merch for the roast?
Yes,
In due time.
in due time. I think it's a lot of planning. Miguel was,
And
telling
that's going to
us
be up to the
people.
subscribers,
the subscribers,
fans,
the people.
You know, the bigger we get, you know,
the more merch.
The more we could.
we can put out to you
put out.
guys.
I'm definitely doing free Jimmy tees for sure. Free Jimmy tees, and it's gonna have. I'll take pictures. I'll do a photo shoot of that shit. You know how like the mug shots right here, and it'll say World Star, blocked World Star, or whatever. Just fuck it. I'll do it. I don't give a shit.
I wouldn't put it in the front though. I'd put it in the back.
Put it in the back. Yeah.
No, like the picture of me though. Like
Yeah.
we're doing a mug.
That
Like,
and put
that's
the
in
world
the back.
Put the World Star logo upside
then-
down right here.
And then put
know, they're in
free
distress.
Jimmy.
put it blurred. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Censored over it.
I think I would have pretty fun time with that. I get ready for this one. Funniest drunk stories. And
Too many.
there's
not
too
enough
many,
time.
and there's a lot of them that are about me.
I was there for a lot of them.
I mean, I
Not
wasn't
an
there for a
alcoholic.
lot of them. I just heard them.
I'm not an alcoholic, but I was there for plenty of them. I think there's probably two. And if you're from Riverside, you have some idea, and you've heard stories about Duke's Bar and Grill.
Mm-hmm.
And one time, it was me, Jimmy, our buddy Frank, Javi. We were there. Jimmy and Frank were talking to some girls. Whatever. I hung back with Javi.
Apparently, they were OnlyFans girls too.
No. One of them
the
was.
OnlyFans girl was talking to me. They talked to some
Stop
girl.
trying to like get
No,
yourself
no,
up
I'm
here.
just saying. No, I'm
the
just saying.
OnlyFans girl was mad at me because she was
Yeah,
asking me to take a picture.
picture,
My
he
drunk
couldn't-
ass was
he couldn't.
making it blurry.
Yeah.
You're
But
fucking it up.
The
Like,
girls
what
that
the
they
fuck?
were talking to, Frank was talking to one, whatever. She ended up having
Frank was talking to a girl.
right?
It might rain outside right now.
What's her
But
name?
he was come to find out she has like multi personality disorder.
Oh, we kept saying that she was from Split.
Yeah, we called her Split Girl.
Split girl.
But
The one
later
I
on-
had was normal.
yeah, normal. But later on that night, right next to Duke's is a Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box closes the inside like at 10. It's like 2 a.m. Jimmy's in front of us in the drive-thru. So Frank's like, let me out. Javi gets out of my truck, lets Frank out. Frank runs around, goes to Jimmy's passenger door, opens the door, and what does he do? He fucking pinches your nipple or he hits you or whatever.
Yeah, what up? And just fucking
And he does something.
just some stupid
He
shit.
slams the door and he's running back to the drive-thru. Mind you, we had been slamming it all night. And fucking, I don't know if he tripped on the curb or he didn't have his foot completely on the curb. But I just see him running back and then disappear into the bush. And then I see Javi just...
on the cliff.
Oh, Frank, help me help
Frank,
you.
no.
And then Frank gets up. He has fucking leaves and shit all over him, dusts himself off, and then jumps back into the truck. And then I think the other time it would have to be it was me, Frank, Javi, my cousin Tommy.
And Jimmy.
No, I don't
Was I there?
think you were there.
Because I have another Duke's one.
Were you there when they tried to steal Frank's tire? Were you there for that one?
Yeah.
That's when
You
he
were
got
there?
the nosebleed, wasn't it?
That's when no, there was another. There's so many Duke stories.
No, yeah.
There's so many Duke stories where I was drunk. I saw a fight. And I was like, this fight sucks. And there was actually a fight on the street.
No, yeah, but one time we went out to Duke's, whatever. We were there. We left after last call, and then we're going to Frank's truck, and Frank notices that his tire looks a little low,
Yeah, I was there.
and we went and we looked at it. It looked like someone tried to take his rims, pretty much, because he had forged rims or whatever on it, or whatever brand rims he has on his Tacoma. Someone was struggling, but he has that gorilla lock on him. So you need that special key to take that one bolt off.
Yeah.
And so they cracked the little cap that covered the lug nuts. They cracked it open, whatever, and they left it. And I guess out of frustration, they just stabbed his tire, left it. And then we had get a fucking a flatbed to take Frank's truck back to Moval, and Frank's like in Moval, and so in my truck's only a 3-seater, so it's me. Javi's in the middle. Javi is a relatively bigger guy. He's taller, not super fat, but he's fat.
Built like a bowling pin.
And then in the passenger seat is my cousin Tommy, who's about,
I mean, he has a muffin top.
like what, 6'2"?
Yeah.
My little cousin Tommy, he's probably about 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
He got
Like
that.
me.
He got that basketball player build, tall, lanky, and then Frank on his lap. When I tell you that was the funniest fucking ride home ever, because I see Frank just fucking bouncing on my cousin's lap, bouncing around, and then he's also fucking with Javi, who's sitting in the middle, slapping his knees against the fucking the radio in my truck and shit like that, and almost putting us into neutral, because in my truck I don't have a gear shifter up here, I have a knob. So Javi almost puts us into neutral in the middle of the freeway and would have destroyed the tranny on my truck.
That's insane. I have the one, but you remember that more than I do. I just remember bits and pieces, the funny shit from Duke's when I threw up and I had a nosebleed. Were we at the parking lot?
We were in the parking lot after eating Jack in the Box. Or we were eating
Jack in the Box. I remember Tennessee whiskey was on. You have the video, but
I have the video somewhere.
I remember joining somebody's Instagram live. I was like, "What the fuck is up?" I don't know whose it was. I just joined. I was just in there, and I left. And then there was one time like I think I was eating like a burger or something. And I just go, "What?" I just let it out, and then I just see blood dripping, and then this fool goes, "No, damn, your nose is bleeding too." I fucking grab it, and then next thing you know, it ended where I was singing Tennessee Whiskey with Frank.
Yeah, Jimmy's a gusher.
It was a gusher. But then I also have your wedding.
Yeah, that was
rough.
I also have your wedding.
If you would have lasted till the end, you would have saw Jacob with his tie, like he thought he was Rambo or something around his head.
You know what's funny though is I woke up at 3 a.m, no hangover. Right? I woke up 3 a.m, no hangover, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Fuck, I didn't make it." And then I see Javi's out, and I went to go take a piss, and I looked at the door. I was like, "Oh," and I see you, one shoe on. You had your slacks and like no shirt, and then fucking Jesus is looking like a beach fucking whale. And Jesus and I woke up and we were like, "You want to go get breakfast?" We're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Damn, Jacob looked like he partied." He goes, "He did." He did. So we were both the ones. I thought Jesus was gonna be the one that was drunk. Turns out it was us, mainly me, but it was us.
I don't know. Once I found out they were serving Hennessy at Miguel's wedding,
I didn't know.
Fucking, it was all downhill.
Well, you
from
wouldn't
there.
know. You didn't make it.
You made
to
it
the
45 minutes in and called it quits.
Well, I mean, thanks to Johnny Walker Black Label. It was your Johnny Walker Black Label and some TTs.
And then the next week, I
some
looked
TTs.
I looked at my bank statement. I was like, "God damn, who the fuck was I buying drinks for?"
You were buying drinks for people.
I was buying drinks.
You got drink.
Specifically remember I bought his dad a drink, and his dad was like, "Oh, I don't do dark liquor." I was like, "I already bought it. Just drink it." I don't know if he drank it or not, or if he gave it to someone else.
He drank it because my dad was kind of having fun too.
I just remember
Everybody
remember hugging the toilet.
Frankie falling in the fountain.
Yeah. Frankie falling in the fountain.
That's wild. Javi took me up, going up the elevator, and I'm like trying to feel sick. Javi's going, oh, like fucking with me in the elevator. He's like, "What if I just start jumping?" It's like, "Javi, I swear to God, I will fuck you up when I'm sober." You keep fucking jumping. And then I fucking ran in there. I thought I was gonna throw up in the hallway. I'm not gonna front. So, but I threw up in the sink, and then I had to clean it the next day after breakfast. So, those are my
girls.
stories.
It looked like somebody put oatmeal in the sink and didn't wash it down.
That's disgusting.
And I'm just happy I got the security deposit back on the room.
Well, yeah, I cleaned it. You're welcome.
You had no
wasn't gonna fucking
choice.
I had no
it.
choice. He's like, "Hey, you gotta clean the sink, or else we're gonna get fucked on the security deposit." It's like, all right. So that was pretty fun. But what about you? What drunk stories you got?
You don't drink.
I don't
He's a
drink.
lightweight.
That's
He's the baby. Him and Frank are babysitters.
Yeah, we are. We're
That's
the ones
fair.
that babysit.
fair.
We're the eldest. We gotta babysit all the
You mean you're
children. I'm older than you, idiot.
How old?
I'm a year older than you.
Oh,
I
you
was
guys
sec-
graduated the same year.
but I was supposed to graduate
Yeah, 'cause
class
he's
of 2014.
Yeah, 'cause
My
he's-
dyslexia kept me around. I was just like,
okay, that's not dyslexic.
That's the Javi syndrome.
It's not even
no,
dyslexic.
Javi is Homer Simpson with a crayon shoved up his nose.
Yeah, that's fair. I need Javi to talk certain stories for us, but
Let's power through these last couple questions.
go ahead.
Would you rather wrestle one bear-sized chicken or 10 chicken-sized bears?
You want me to read it? Because you're
That's what it
dyslexic.
says.
Your dyslexic ass is getting confused.
That sounds right. I think someone asked that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my other friend my friend Amber asked. He like I
No,
said,
chickens are ruthless.
Would you rather wrestle one bear-sized chicken or 10 chicken-sized bears?
I don't know.
First of all, I don't want no fucking. I look like Peter Griffin to begin with, so I'm not trying to fight one bear-sized chicken. So 10 chicken-sized bears can fucking get it.
That's gonna be Jimmy's Halloween costume. He's gonna dress as.
I'll
Peter
dress
Griffin.
up. You know how long it's been since I've dressed up for Halloween? I'll fucking dress up as Peter Griffin.
I think I would do.
I need to put an
10.
extra pillow.
You would be Cleveland.
I think I would do 10 chicken-sized bears.
10 chicken. I would do the same.
Just start
Yeah.
punting.
Get a
Just start punting.
or a Pat McAfee punt or
Fucking Justin Tucker punt. Kick
wild.
him. Kick him to the upright.
That's fucking
It's
insane.
good.
These are some of these questions are pretty fucking hilarious. A lot of dick references that I didn't expect.
Yeah, and
There's a lot of
those
sus
whoever asked
people.
those,
You guys are a little sus.
that's sus. Like,
Yeah, this is probably my friends. If I'm being honest.
This is kind of hard because
What?
I think I only know 2 people that are over the age of 30.
Oh, I know
friends
who asked
with?
that. I know who asked
This
this.
is
one.
how do we get a 35-year-old friend into a relationship?
well, he's already in a relationship. Tino.
You watch anime? Have you ever seen My Hero
I
Academia?
thought you were gonna say Guillermo. Guillermo's older than Tino.
No, yeah, Guillermo.
Yeah,
Guillermo told her, "You know, I can count to 9.5," and it was his fucking
Yeah, he
finger.
came
and
in
it's in
dig a
half.
freaking trench correctly. Apparently,
He gave us permission to talk about the half a pinky. We're gonna have to save that, put that in the arsenal for later on.
I was always the one that would fucking unleash.
I remember when
Shut up before I cut the rest of your pinky.
when I introduced my mom to him when we went to Houston. We got off the plane, whatever, went to baggage claim. He was on a separate flight, but we landed around the same time. And I told him where we were, and so he was going to meet us so we can Uber to the hotel because we're all staying in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I need to go to the restroom though. I was like, she was like, well, what does your friend look like? I was like, he's a tall Mexican dude, beard, glasses. I was like, and he has half a pinky. And she was like, he has half a what? And I was like, he has half a pinky, and I'm like walking backwards to go to the restroom.
That's wild.
And so my mom said that when she shook his hand, she thought I was fucking around when I said he had half a pinky. That when she shook his hand, instead of the pinky being there, it was like this. So she just gave him a handshake like that.
Just fucking
You know,
clenched
half that pinky.
I remember when I
gone.
first started working there. He started around the same time that I did. And then I don't know what he was explaining to me on the computer. He goes like this, and I look at him. I was like, "The fuck happened to your finger?" And he goes,
Back in Nam.
That
I was
damn
like,
dog.
well,
Back
he
in
had
Nam.
told me I work construction. I was like, did you cut it off like working in construction or something? He goes, no, a dog bit it off when I was a kid.
Fucking-
So then what the fuck does that have to do with construction, you fucking idiot? Chop saw, use a chop saw. No, a fucking
Nail gun.
chihuahua
He
Shoulda
ripped it
just-
off.
He should have just said, yeah, I cut it off with a chop saw or I did something. No,
Yeah.
he said,
Dog bit
no,
it
a
off.
dog bit it off.
Fucking retard.
Hit it with the last question.
All right. Wait, do you have one question too?
No, we pulled the last 2.
Okay. Well, this is a perfect one to end it on a good note, and then we'll end it with what our topic is. Thoughts on the 2024 NFL draft? I think not just the draft, but the season in general. Like we talked about this before recording. There's a lot of movement. Like a lot of movement.
A lot of key players moving into great
And
positions.
I honestly feel like this year in the draft itself, there's a lot more talent than in previous years in all positions.
Yeah.
Yeah, because looking at the quarterback class of this year, fuck
Even
Caleb
though
Williams.
A lot of them are going to be busts, hence teddy
Yeah.
bears. This is like your fucking 100
I don't know.
quarterback in the first round.
I don't know. Adunze, he might go off.
Yeah, if they get him a good quarterback.
True. You need somebody to throw him that rock.
That's
If they would have kept Justin Fields,
Oh,
it
yeah.
would have been a lot different.
But they don't have
But
Justin Fields.
They
do
decided
they?
to trade him to the new version of the Broncos.
That's tough.
Go fuck yourself.
Eagles finally addressed a secondary issue. Quinyon Mitchell out of Toledo, and then Cooper DeJean, the white man's Jackie Robinson in corner.
Steelers
Yeah.
finally fixed their quarterback issue for now. We'll see how that plays out. But we also got a guard. I think
It just scares me. Another Ohio State quarterback, and do we know how that ends at the Steelers?
That's right. Fields did go to Ohio State.
That is.
Who
That's
was,
true.
Oh, Barrett. No, not JT Barrett. What was his?
For who?
The quarterback that died. That was on your guys' team.
Fuck.
He was
hit
a
by car.
Redskin.
I forgot his name.
He got drafted by the Redskins, traded to the Steelers, backup quarterback.
Oh, I forgot his name.
It's not JT Barrett. JT
No.
Barrett went
No.
to San Diego.
Not him. I had to see, but
But that's tough.
But
I don't know. Ohio State quarterbacks never really pan out. But I mean, the one exception so far has been Justin Fields and
Haskins. Dwayne Haskins.
Haskins. Yeah, rest in peace.
One thing that still makes me salty to this day, but I give him his flowers because I used him for fantasy football. I was a
Antonio
champ.
Brown.
Joshua Dobbs.
Oh, J Dobbs.
I was so pissed because he was a third string quarterback for the Steelers, right? Below Mason Rudolph. I'm still not a fan of Mason Rudolph.
I don't see why he's even still in the league.
I don't know why either.
You
He's
should
a
just
fucking
go
prima
to,
donna.
what is it, the USFL or whatever it is?
XFL, whatever it is.
Just put him somewhere else. Make him a cheerleader. I don't fucking know. But Josh Dobbs, he moved to the Cardinals. I don't know if he moved to anything before that, but
Yeah,
he
he
went to
went
the Cardinals,
He
showed
was
out.
all over the place.
He's
He
been
was
in almost every team.
Yeah,
he's the next Fitzpatrick.
he's the new Fitzpatrick because
That's
I know
true.
he did Tennessee, he did Minnesota.
Vikings.
Minnesota is where he showed out, though, this last season because he had zero chemistry with
Yeah, they threw
the
him
majority
in
of the team because
2
Kirk
days
Cousins
before
was out,
the game.
and he fucking won
Yeah,
without overtime. I don't think was it without overtime. I don't remember, but he clinched the win. It was a close game, but it's like fuck. How did we get rid of this guy? We need him back. I think that our biggest issue was a quarterback issue, and on top of that, because our Kenny Pickett project is done, but we needed to build a solid O line,
Yeah, no, we're stuck with him.
that's what we got with the good. That's what we got with the
I'd rather have Pickett than Rapist Burger.
no comment. Fair enough, but we just needed like an O line, so we drafted a guard.
I don't know, but did you guys see the little memes that fucking Atlanta taking a black quarterback, first name Michael, left-handed quarterback going to Atlanta? The dogs are scared.
Yeah, I saw
I
that.
thought that was so fucked.
I saw that.
That was so fucked.
You
You
see
know what?
the-
Maybe he'll eventually come to the Eagles and
Do you guys see the post that the Falcons had put first when they drafted him and they messed it up? And
Michael
it said
Penis?
Michael Penis instead
Penis
of Michael
Jr.?
Penix.
Jesus Christ!
They took it down like after everybody started clowning on the comments.
And shout out to the guy at the draft that was in the perfect camera angle every pick and put up whatever his sign said. And so instead of saying the pick is in, it said the dick is in. That just made the draft, all 3 days of the draft, all the more enjoyable. The dick is in.
Jesus. But yeah, we had a lot of good questions. So what we're going to be doing now, obviously, because answered all those questions, a lot of people know us. There will be more times when you guys all know more about us. But the last thing we're going to end with, and Jacob had a very good idea with this, is every episode we end with, the best things in life. So it's just, state what, some of the best things that have happened or can happen within the next month, week or so. That's the best way to end our episode. So if you want to go first, because I know that's your idea.
I think best things in life for me this week, when you get that acknowledgement for letting someone in your lane on the freeway or letting someone out of a part, you stop the traffic so that person that's trying to come out of a parking lot or a driveway, whatever, gives you that. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Or even the little motorcycle one, you see them coming in your mirror, so you move closer to the far side of the lane so they have just clear passage to go straight through. You don't risk them bumping into your vehicle or punching out your mirror if they're having a fucking bad day. You don't know how someone's day is, and just getting that little acknowledgement of thanks or thank you. That'll make your day, even your week, especially depending on how your day's going.
The best things in life for me, I would say, is being able to do all this. Again, you guys, this is your first time in the studio. This is obviously not mine. So being able to show you guys my home away from home, and being able for you guys to make this a home away from home is something special, because I think that this podcast can go into higher heights. Not only that, but being able to do this and do music, it's a really cool thing because people get to see a podcast side of me, more relaxed, more like outside of the box, but then people get to hear me with my music and be able to support that either way. So it's a really cool thing, and they get to know about how I got Block on World Star or some shit like that, but they get to acknowledge everything outside of just my music and my background with that, and just being able to count blessings every single day, because, you know, despite the fact that I, you know, outside of music and stuff, I act a certain way, you know, I crack jokes a lot, I talk a lot of shit, but at the same time, I'm very grateful for the position that I'm in, because I get to move forward and I get to grow our brand and grow my own brand with the music on top of that. So that's the best thing in life for me right now.
Me, I think it's just piggybacking what Jacob said, just doing something, even if it's not going to make your day better, just to make someone else's day better.
Yeah.
Like, even if you're, like, I do it all the time, every time I see it, because I go to the post office a lot. When you see an elderly person, just hold the door open.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
the little things.
It's the little things that you do in life that a lot of people don't do nowadays. This new generation just doesn't care. It's like, help someone out. It's not going to hurt you to spend an extra 2 minutes holding the door open for someone.
Yeah, I think being able to do stuff like that and being able to, just like I said, just what we said, the little things. The little things could impact someone in a big way, and the little things can speak volumes. It can be something little to you, but it could be meaningful to them. That person can have a very shitty day, and you just a simple opening the door for them, it's like, oh, like this person, there's still kind people in this world, because the world is not that pleasant right now. A lot of shit going on. That's why we do stuff like this.
A lot of fucking assholes.
A lot of
one of
fucking
those assholes.
Yeah, I know. I've seen you on COD on Rebirth, but yeah, being able to spread, you know, a lot of laughs, a lot of love, a lot of joy, but also being able to, you know, hold ourselves to that standard. And this isn't a facade. This is legit us. This is how we are. Probably more sober, but, you know, this is us. So being able to do stuff like this. No, I'm not.
Oh, then how are you saying more sober?
I'm saying this is us more sober versus are you drunk?
No.
Fucking
not even close.
Him drunk. You gotta give him like a whole 12-pack.
That's fair. But
maybe a little bit more on top.
But yeah, so this was a really good first episode of this podcast. You know, again, you know, there'd be more episodes to come.
Big thank you to Urg Studios, our engineer in the back, Kenny Jesse. Thank you so much for helping us, taking on our project with us, and you know, getting us right. And then big shout out to all our troops at Camp Foster in Okinawa, Japan. Thank you for watching out for us and letting us stay here to do dumb shit while you guys are out there.
To make you guys laugh and create more episodes. So we look forward to making new episodes soon. Again, this is the Roast Podcast, our very first episode. I'm Jay.
Jacob.
Miguel.
And we will see you guys on the next episode. So thank you for watching. And last but not least, before I forget, Instagram, The Roast Pod, YouTube channel coming soon, and TikTok coming soon. That way we can clip shorts and post the entire podcast on YouTube. So again, this is The Roast Podcast, and we thank you guys for listening.